You just told us that each one of you was responsible for one character. I directed those scenes with this character, and could you tell us a little bit about how each one of you developed the scenes with this character, but also how did you bring them together into one narrative?
Okay, I will start first. Actually, this film idea is by Johnny To, and actually he told us like a question, and we have to respond and answer to him. Actually, we got 3 individual teams here. Actually, I got my own screenwriter, and I got my own cinematographer, and then so we got 3 teams to work on this script. Actually, that's very hard. As you can see, I mean, from the very early stage, we are discussing, I mean, the whole film together. But after 1 year or later, I mean, Johnny To decided that okay, you should go individually, separately. I mean, 3 different storylines about the character. So from that time, I mean, we start to work out with our own team. So we create 3 characters, which are inspired by a true character in Hong Kong. They are very, very famous and legendary criminal in Hong Kong. So I mean, that's how the story starts. And to answer your question, I mean, how we put it together, actually, it's more or less like a second storytelling. And actually, we give our own individual short film, like 30 minutes, very complete one. And then in the editing room, try to edit it together. So that's the story, yeah.
But it's just remarkable how smooth it goes, you know, that it goes together so well.
Thanks God. Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, if you can see that some point that are not that smooth, honestly, and I always feel uncomfortable because when we edit together, some of the details actually of the characters lost a bit. But I mean, for the whole film is into a better tempo for the audience. Yeah.
Does anyone have a question in the audience? Yes, please.
Can I speak in German, or I tried in English? I want to say that many people applauded, had been very agree a lot with you, and I agree also the kind how you have done the film. It is from the view of artist is great, but when I have read here in this book here, it was written that you make a Hong Kong film style, and you want to make it to conservate this Hong Kong film style. It's written here. And I must say, I know Hong Kong films from time before they have gone to China. And I always have seen films very cruel. And I don't understand, because it's written here, that you want to preserve, to conservate this style. And I don't agree with this cruel style, with what you have to say with it. The end I can agree. I can say better if you got another message, other message, the message of cruelty. And so I'm not happy about this. Why you are laughing? Please explain. Dürfen wir keine Meinung? Bitte antworten Sie.
Would you like to comment on this?
Sure. I didn't think about that before. Honestly, I didn't think about that. For me, to write a crime as a criminal, he is a very famous criminal for my character. I tried to remake it in a thing. He is ordinary people. He's not a gangster. I think he's kind of innocent, or not that violent from my point of view. As a gangster, he used the AKB bombs on the streets, but from my research, he never killed a man. Even he escaped from jail, he didn't kill the hostage. He didn't hurt the hostage. So I think he's a kind man in a certain extent. And so I just try to think why this character will do the criminal like this. And I found out that from my research, many cases, just like the film shows that, many cases that Yip is involved, is the media think he is involved. But the truth, after I asked the policeman, and the case is not by him, it's not Yip to do the case. And so I just feel that why people will think this person is the king of the thief. I just like Mr. Holmes, the movie Mr. Holmes. That many people will think that Mr. Holmes is a very good writer, but finally, perhaps it's not. That's my point of view. I just try to make a film like that. I'm not sure what's written in your catalog. I'm sorry, because that's kind of marketing stuff. As a director, I just telling you that what's my intention to do the film. Honestly.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to speak in Cantonese. 其實就形式上面咧，我哋冇話一個好特定想即係行咩嘅形式主義，反而我哋關心嘅就係三個唔同嘅角色，將佢拉翻喺一個人嘅層次嗰度去發展。咁至於你話暴力啊嗰啲咧，因為佢哋係賊嚟嘅，佢哋唔係教書，佢哋唔係大學教授。咁所以喺呢一個情況之下，佢哋會行使暴力咧，咁我覺得呢一個係當時情形係合理嘅，對我嚟講。
As for the style, it's not as rigid as you thought. Our main focus is that we would like to treat these three criminals as ordinary people. We look at their ordinary life and their own frustrations. But because they are criminals and they are gangsters, and they are apparently not any kind of intellectuals, so they are of course cruel, and there involves some kind of blood and some kind of cruelty and brutality. So it is not our intention to make it into this style, but it's because of the theme that turned us into this way.
I want to add one point, sorry. I want to add one point to answer your questions. Actually, the Hong Kong cinema is changing these few years. Actually, as you can see, this is not a blockbuster. It's not a typical Hong Kong style gangster movie. But actually, we are finding a way, honestly, because we are new directors. And under that budget and under that the atmosphere in Hong Kong, actually we have to do something very dig into the character very deeply. I mean, as you can see, I believe that you can feel how the character what we're going to do on that. So please appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, of course, yes. Thanks a lot. Yes.
Yes.
I have a question. So this film's name is in Chinese is Chu Tai Chiu Fung.
Yeah. Yes. You understand? Okay.
And the Chinese name of this film is when a tree grow too big, the wind would blow down the tree very easily. So a lot of us think the film ending is ended a bit abruptly.
So the audience was asking about the film title in Chinese, which means that a big tree can easily be affected by the wind. So she has a feeling that the ending of the film is a little bit abrupt or ending quite suddenly. So is it because that the thieves are they're more powerful, and they became more arrogant at the same time? And because they are so arrogant, so they ignore the importance of doing some planning and research beforehand, and that's why they die all of a sudden.
其實就咁嘅，因為嗰個樹大招風呢個名咧，頭先有小姐都講咗啦，即係樹大招風嘅意思即係會招惹好多是是非非啊！即係如果你太過大嘅名氣嘅話，咁其實呢一個頭先嗰小姐都講過話 arrogant 嗰樣嘢，即係嗰個arrogant 中文嘅好自大嗰樣嘢。咁其實都係呢三個人其實去到呢一個地步，佢哋賊王啊嘛，即係賊中之王啊嘛。 於是乎其實嗰個自大嘅心咧，其實一路都有喺度，亦都咁樣。
As already mentioned by the audience, so these characters, they have some big names, so it's like the big trees who can easily attract some kind of rumors that affect their lives. And when you talk about they are arrogant, to me I think because they are all kings of thieves, so they has always been arrogant ever since the beginning.
而其實睇翻英文片名 Trivisa 嘅意思，其實都係有即係講到人嘅一啲即係慾望嘅始源，就係貪念啦，即係憤怒啦，同埋痴迷。咁亦都代表住呢三個角色，佢哋被呢三種咁嘅惡念去蒙蔽咗自己。
And for the film title in English, it's called Trivisa. This is actually not an English word, it's actually a Sanskrit term. So it means that it means three kind of poisons or three unwholesome roots of human being. It is bewilderment, greed, and hatred that traps these three people in a certain samsara that they cannot escape from.
Yes, we have time for one last question.
I have a very short question. Have you ever seen the movie Au revoir Taipei in Taiwan? It's the first movie I discovered gangsters in orange suits, and I was very happy to see this one in orange, lila, and red suits. And congratulations to the big 1993 after gangster movie. Thank you.
Sorry, would you mind repeating your question? I don't really get it.
The film title.
There's a movie called Au revoir Taipan made in Taiwan. It is the first movie you see gangsters in an orange suit.
Oh.
And in this movie,
Yeah,
one gangster wear also an orange suit. And,
Okay.
and if you have seen this movie,
But you haven't, I guess, you haven't seen it.
our own
Okay.
idea.
I can explain a little bit. Okay. Sorry, I didn't watch that movie. But when you mentioned about the orange suit, actually, it's inspired by the real criminal. Actually, he dressed like that. He drives the Lamborghini. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, it's based on the real character. Yeah, and actually my design is take off his color. I mean, in the film, in the beginning it's orange, red, very colorful, and then go to white or black in the end. Yeah, that's my design. Yeah.
I think we have to come to an end. I'm afraid the next screening has to start.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you for coming and also to Irish